Hello, chat. So, the recording button has been pressed. We are live. With 11 people watching, which is amazing. That's more people than we've had in a while. And of course, right on cue, not everybody's here. And not all the lights are off in the right places. My cat is in my lap when I need him to not be in my lap. It is a shit show. We are in an utter shit show, but you know what, guys? It's fine because we are live, everybody. And now my desktop is unmuted, so you can also hear Popcorn. Say hi, Popcorn.
Hey there, every peoples.
So it's been a while since we've done a Homestuck. It's been we skipped a week, and that is because my computer died. More specifically, my graphics card died, which I'm sure we can all agree is not a good thing. It was a very bad thing, and over that weekend, I had no computer. It's all resolved now, though, because the computer repair shop that I'm near are amazing and hooked me up with a graphics card at way below market price, which means I didn't have to spend $1,000 to replace my old 1080.
That's very nice.
With that in mind, we have an amazingly high number of people compared to what we normally have. I want to thank are they still in chat? Soup Time, thank you very much for the raid. I thanked you a lot, but as mentioned, because of the computer issues, I had to reset my C drive, so all my settings are wonky, which also means I had to reinstall Streamlabs, which also means that you didn't hear me freak out. I very much appreciate it. So because we have all these new people, we might as well get some introductions all the way. So hi, I am Scroop Bucket, or McSpaz, or Spazzy. I have a lot of nicknames. And this is my first time going through Homestuck. I was aware of Homestuck back in the day. Back in like 2012, 2013. I was aware of it. I've been to a few anime conventions and thought it was a webcomic series about a bunch of horny trolls. That was the impression that the fan base gave me at those conventions.
Which isn't too far off, but there is more to it.
I mean, you know, there's human characters too. And I was talked into doing this by a couple people. Before this, I also do a weird fiction showcase where hopefully every Monday we, like, read some bad fan fiction or we watch a bad movie, something like that. And then it was decided that, hey, why not do Homestuck? Not that it's bad, but there were a surprising number of fans of Homestuck in the audience, and when they found out I had never read it, had minor strokes. Which brings us here. Normally we also have Dew and Ginger, both of whom, despite saying earlier that they were totally good to go, Ginger spaced out after playing Sonic, and Dew is setting their stuff up as of 8 minutes ago. We are such a professional stream! But, you know, you take what you can get. So, while they're setting up and getting everything going, I am stalling. This right here, this is me stalling. I am spacing out this introduction for as long as I can. I am tapping into every creative juice in my fleshy body to make this entertaining for all 7 of you now who remained during the starting soon thing while you couldn't hear me freaking out over the fact that we got 29 people joining. Wow, that was the worst one. Hi, Ginger.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going? Yeah, we lost a bunch of the 29 people, but hi, you're here now. Say hi. Hi to the audience.
Oh, what a fook.
Ginger?
Yeah, sorry, Discord was set up really weird and I couldn't hear you guys. We're good now.
Okay, hi, yeah, we lost most of that 29, but you're here now, and that's what matters.
Aww.
Yeah, again, soup time, I think that's how that's pronounced. Yeah, thank you. Even if we lost most of that raid, thank you. We're going to get started without ado, because I have been, I have been pulling shit out of my ass for a full almost 17 minutes now. I think it's about time to get this going.
Well, I mean, the dude's gonna have a lot to do in this intermission, so we better get here quickly.
Oh no! It starts with do. Ah!
It doesn't start with do, but he's gonna be very busy. Let's just put it that way.
Ah. I really hope soup time is still there, just so they can cackle at this utter failure of a raid.
Woo!
There he is!
Dude, we got raided by 29 people!
Oh yeah, well let's get moving. What are we doing?
Ow. I need to turn my volume down.
Yeah, no, I fixed everything.
I have been trying to distract. Now, we're down to 7 people now.
Oh well. Win some, lose some. But let's get started.
But let us begin.
Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, sorry I'm late also.
It's too late. End of stream, guys. Thank you all.
Hey!
So yeah, Act 2.
Don't you dare.
Let us begin.
I will go to your house and kill you.
Let us begin with the Act 6 intermission 2 already. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Act 6. Well, end of Act 6, Act 2.
Intermission 2.
Hold still, Slick.
Arrow.
God damn it, will you quit fidgeting and drink your milk?
I'm confused and slightly concerned, Arrow.
It's warm and nutritious, fresh from the butler's teat. You just watched me milk it.
Slightly more concerned, Arrow.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you are impossible.
Oh no, look, see, he wants it now, Arrow.
Paint! Is that soup ready yet? He's being a dick.
That butler. Arrow. What?
Also, can you bring me some gauze? He stabbed me again.
Go away, Norton. I don't care if it's safe. Hang on, wait, why is it showing my taskbar? Oh, I am? I'm quiet. Oh, hang on. What about now? Is that better? What?
Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had to move it closer to my face.
Good job.
Yeah.
Troubleshooting.
I'm great. I'm amazing.
You're so good at computers.
I know. I got a degree in it and everything. Why is it showing the taskbar though? Am I
SMRT.
Is that no?
Boy, howdy, do we know how to do it live.
Yeah, you know it. Oh, that's better. Wow, that's not bad. Wow, okay, hang on.
I would
Vamonos.
I would do it live, but I'm asexual.
Not on Twitch, you won't.
You need an OnlyFans for that.
Alright, so that's this. Okay, no, okay, so that's off. Background's on. What's that in the corner? What's happening? Oh my, everything is going wrong. Okay, wait, no, Discord stream. Okay, turn that off. Okay, we're doing better. And let's resize this. That's better.
To all of our audio listeners.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What audio listeners?
What listeners besides Swift?
Like, I think most people probably have the video up. While you do technical difficulties, I'll be right back. If I'm not back before you are finished with that, feel free... What?
I'm finished.
Oh, okay. I was gonna make a really great joke.
I ruined it as I ruin everything.
Alright, so can you bring me some gauze? He stabbed me again.
That's just how he says hi. Arrow.
It was one of his more tentative stabbings, though. I think maybe he meant it as sort of a thank you?
Arrow.
Oh shit, hi listener.
Oh hey listener. Hi.
Hey listener.
Nope, wait, he just stabbed me again. I don't think that one was a thank stab, it was more like just a regular stab.
What? What's that? I'm sure we'll find out. Arrow.
I probably...
There are still 2 windows on the Twitch stream.
Oh, right. Transition. There we go.
You're so good at computers.
I know, I'm amazing.
I probably should have confiscated his knife before I gave him these super fast robot arms. My god, he is frisky with those things.
Arrow.
Hey, put that down. I said settle your ass down. Where's the gratitude, Slick? I am waiting on you hand and foot here. Where do you think you are, Butler Island? You know what? Fuck Butler Island. You just died and went to Butler fucking heaven. I see that knife. Yeah, that one. You're not fooling anyone.
How many knives does he have? Arrow.
All of them.
If you don't calm down, I'm going to repair your other eye. You know, the one you refused to let me fix because you thought the eye patch looked cool? I'll do it.
Oh, no. Listener, don't worry. This is another reading, but it's a reading of Homestuck, which means it's actually good quality. Arrow.
Miss Paint, what is taking so long with that soup? This is a man in sore need of his Scotty dogs if I ever saw one.
Arrow.
Miss Paint, are you listening?
The soup, no! Arrow. Boosh. Arrow. Oh no. The soup!
Uh-oh.
Arrow. Oh no, the robot! No, you monster! Arrow! Oh shit! The epilepsy! It's coming! I'm actually a little disappointed that he has his hand back. I was hoping that his arm would just be a cane.
That would be cool. His leg is just a cane.
And arrow. Oh, we're at year 1, I guess.
I can't believe I'm actually doing this memo bullshit again. I guess I just don't know what else to do. I just need to air out some shit with somebody, and everyone here has their heads so far up their nooks, I want to scream louder than I usually do. They're troll nooks and they're human nooks. Whatever the hell a human nook is, you know?
You don't want to know, Car Cat. Arrow.
Fuck. Hey, are you there? Fuck. Oh, hey, I can't. I just cannot fucking believe I have to go through all this bullshit again with you/me.
Real quick.
What the fuck made me think this would be a good idea?
I just want to say something real quick. Notice 10 minutes from now.
Dude, what's with the text? Why don't you tell me? I just have this incredible premonition you're about to anyway. Why the fuck would I know why you change your text red? We don't do that. The showy, self-absorbed, paint your text in your blood color thing, or eye color, or whatever. It's for attention-greedy, insecure losers. Sure is! Huh? Oh, I'm just thinking. This really makes our conversations easier to read. Remember those insane blocks of gray, angry text we used to write together? What was that, like half a sweep ago already? Is it weird that I'm actually looking back on all that insanity with a certain amount of fondness? At least shit was happening. It's so boring out here, and living with the humans is just getting kind of weird. Anyway, this is actually a lot more decipherable. Maybe you're onto something. Well, hey, check it out. Shit just got nostalgic. Look at that. I'm feeling more sentimental about this moronic conversation already. Okay, why do you have to go from zero to douche like in the blink of a fucking glance nugget? The blink of a glance nugget? I've been at this for 10 minutes already, and counting. Well, I just think you might have been onto something with the red text. I was trying to pay you a compliment, you antagonizing fuck. I mean, we only ever got in the habit of typing in grade eye or blood color, right? And like, 1, everyone knows it now. It was the worst kept fucking secret ever. And 2, even if they didn't, it's just us here. And obviously we've both already known it all our lives. Unless we're both so neurotic we actually still want to act like it's a secret we're keeping from each other. But I'd like to believe the days of that astounding degree of mental illness are behind us. I want to kill myself, but I can't until the conversation runs its course. This is the worst hell imaginable. Shut the fuck up. That's exactly the kind of melodrama I'm talking about. We're better than that now, man. I'm gonna do the mature thing here and switch my text to red. There. I think this should be the universal convention for when the two of the same people are talking to each other. One guy bites the bullet and talks in red. Seriously, one of us has to be the grown-up here. Oh, I get it now. When I type in red, it's showy and insecure. But when you do it, you are shouldering the pragmatic burden of a martyr, even though it was my fucking idea to do that in the first place 10 minutes ago. You piece of shit. Okay, god damn it, stop being so sensitive. I fucking apologize. Can you just talk about your stupid feelings already so we can get this nightmare over with?
I love how, like, it only took 10 minutes. 10 minutes, future car cat still can't get along with present.
Stone.
Arrow. What is this room?
Look.
Wait, hang on. We have to examine this. What's happening here? What? Well, it's a good thing you got his movie posters back.
I can see Good Luck Chuck back there. I can't recognize anything else.
Alright, go ahead.
Well, look, it wasn't supposed to be this lopsided thing where I spill all my feelings into idiot space while some shithead yells at me. I was kind of thinking there would be some give and take, since you presumably share a lot of my thoughts. Okay, whatever, just say some stuff already, all that shit I said 10 minutes ago. I will riff with you and somehow pretend it doesn't feel like I'm rehashing a bunch of lines written in barely dried ink. Okay, well, I'm having a hard time even putting my thoughts into words about this bizarre trek through the ring. At first it was just bland and uneventful, but that was kind of a relief, remember? Not having to worry about getting killed all the time or trying to rally a bunch of uncooperative troops toward an impossible objective. Yeah. But then, as if it wasn't enough that we sometimes visit these crazy dream bubbles when we go to sleep, we started physically passing through them too.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to multitask and failing miserably. Arrow.
Like, I think I could handle it better if it was just one thing or the other. Like, only the monotonous day-to-day drudgery on the same gloomy fucking meteor with the same bunch of ridiculous people and basically nothing to do ever except get all up in each other's business. Or only a sweeps-long safari through an ephemeral realm of ghost memories and dead friends shitting around in a haphazard existential clusterfuck. But having to deal with both in totally random intervals, it's kind of taking its toll. I hear you, man. That was when I was supposed to say that, but for the record, I guess I meant it. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I miss all of my dead friends a lot. Even the assholes, I miss them too. Maybe even especially them in some perverse way. And I should be relieved that they all seem to be happy in some way. Even if it's by floating nebulously through dream projections with their freaky blank eyes. And I guess I am relieved about that, but at the same time, it's left me unsettled for reasons I can't really put my finger on.
Arrow!
I know why. I know why. You do? Yeah. Well, of course you do. I guess because I just told you 10 minutes ago, making it like a self-fulfilling epiphany? Well, there's that, but also this conversation helped clarify some thoughts, too, in spite of its excruciating pointlessness. Part of what's bothering you about this is what it means about mortality. Yeah, I think that's part of it. After visiting who knows how many dream bubbles and hanging out with who knows how many dead friends and copies of dead friends from alternate timelines, I start to wonder, does death even really mean anything? Did life even mean anything for that matter? Was the point of life to just go around collecting a bunch of painful and awkward experiences? To supply material for the revolving memory collage that serves as the backdrop to a much longer, emptier stretch of existence?
Yes.
And how unnerving is it running into our dead doppelgangers from doomed timelines? Hey, you're preaching to the choir, bro. It's fucked up. Never mind what it means about a person's identity or sense of self, or which guy gets to be considered the real guy, or philosophical bullshit like that. Just on the level of what your decisions and actions during your life actually mean. Sometimes we run into these versions of ourselves who reach God tier, for fuck's sake. But in spite of being more successful than we were, by that particular objective measure, they get punished for that, because it wasn't the thing that needed to happen?
Arrow.
Pretty much. Well, so where does that leave us? If we are to take some lesson from that, what is it? Try to be great and successful, but maybe not too great and successful? Or maybe don't try at all in some cases, because if you do, some giant fucking squid in the middle of nowhere is going to be like, not so fast, my hideous monster plans beg to differ. Don't you think we'd have been better off if we didn't know about any of this dream bubble shit? Well, yeah. That's what I was thinking 10 minutes ago. But now I don't even know. Yeah, well, at least you're listening, even if you're being your usual shitty self about it. No one else even gets this. They don't want to hear it. Like, Terezi? It used to be that she would at least humor my ludicrous vitriolic garbage all the time. Remember those days? Before we even knew what a human was? Back on Alternia, when my biggest fear was if people found out I was a mutant. How quaint can you fucking get? I was an idiot not to understand how good things were back then. Between us. Now it's like... What? This part of the conversation.
Arrow. Yay, the main
Get over yourself.
Yeah.
Get over yourself. Our 10 minutes is almost up. I would just like to know. Is she punishing me for something? I don't need to remind you how much time she spends gallivanting around the meteor with who know who. No, you sure as fuck do not. All this time, I still can't tell if she's as serious about that or doing it to fuck with me. What do you think? Is there something legitimately red going on there? How can I command such absolute mastery over the romantic sciences yet remain perplexed by this? Maybe I can't get a read because he's not a troll and therefore has no idea what the fuck he's doing? It's like trying to decipher an intricate courtship process between an attractive potential mate sprit and some sort of vegetable. Like, it doesn't compute. Fuck, this is so embarrassing listening to this. Make it stop. I'm quiet, I'm talking. I just feel like maybe I'm past the point of no return with her. Where before there was margin for error, probably way more than I ever deserved, and now that's it. She's totally had it, and there's a new dude with candy blood in town. He's just got it all, doesn't he? He's a much better artist than I am, for one thing, and his horns are so nubby they don't even exist. Talk about hitting the jackpot. Am I off base? We just went over this. I didn't get it then because I was too busy whining and feeling sorry for myself like you're doing right now. So pipe down and listen.
Hero.
You've been sending her an endless stream of mixed signals for as long as you've known her. Oh, bullshit! Like, fuck, it's bullshit. It's all too clear to me now. It's a classic case of quadrant vacillation, and you don't even know it. No wonder she was frustrated and got fed up with you. This is outrageous, is it? Tell me, how many times have you treated her in a way that could be objectively construed as a form of black solicitation? Well, that's how we've always rolled together. It's like spirited platonic contention. Totally normal territory in a healthy mateship. Well, yeah, a healthy one. Not one involving a demented loudmouth who can't keep his shit under control. Let me ask you, how much of that animosity is innocent platonic rage? Could it be that subconsciously you want to push things with her onto collisionist turf? Maybe see how things work out from there? See if you can have your grub and cull it too? That way you can have her all to yourself. Fuck you. You want her in every quadrant like a desperate fool. Do you realize what you've become? You are the sad joke character in the rom-com. You know the guy I'm talking about. Who's greedy and indiscriminate about filling every quadrant, totally oblivious to it. And in the end has fuck all to show for it. I don't have to put up with this. You kinda do for at least another 10 minutes. No, fuck that. I'm so done with you. Yeah, you pretty much are because the 10 minutes are up. And then I'll be gone. Then it'll just be you and the other guy spitting your globes together like a couple stupid pieces of shit ad infinitum.
Ah, timeline loops. Gotta love it.
Man, I must have been insane to think anything is different. You haven't changed at all. You're just as petty and horrible as ever. Fuck you forever. Fuck every 10 minutes version ahead of you, myself, all the way into 10-minute fucking eternity. I can't even do this. Not anymore. Yeah, well, you made your cocoon. Now we have to take turns shitting in it together. It is the most pathetic, smelliest dance of all. What the fuck is it now? Well, it just occurred to me. This dumb tantrum I threw, this entire bad mood, it was just another idiotic, self-fulfilling reach-around, wasn't it? What are you talking about? I mean, where did this even come from? It was like spontaneously generating self-loathing with no discernible source. Was this emotional outburst ever even real? Oh no! Don't even start with that! Do not start getting existential about my anger! You better fucking believe this is real!
Wow, gaslighting
sure,
yourself,
man?
That's impressive.
Are you sure, man? You condescending fuck! How fucking dare you call into question the legitimacy of my feelings as if they aren't grounding, completely justified, and totally 100% grounded in absolute stone cold concrete goddamned objective motherfucking reality.
This is beginning to become like actually painful to listen to.
Yeah, see, I've completely set you off here, and now you don't even know what you're saying. I'm sorry, this is my fault. I'm just gonna go try and calm myself down. Oh, so this is why you decided to leave the conversation? You got owned, so you had to sneak away like a fucking coward? Nice try, shithead, but I'm not done with you yet. You think you're the only one who can list his 10-minute away self's flaws? I could go on forever. Fine, get out of here. Good riddance. As if I could take another sponge-wringing minute of your disingenuous drivel.
Past carcinogeneticist. 10 minutes ago, open memo on the board Fruity Rumpus Asshole Factory. Boring road trip through the fucking afterlife edition.
I think you might be a little too close to your mic. Like, it's even in your calm voice, it's buzzing.
Too. I can't believe I'm actually doing this memo bullshit again. I guess I don't know what else to do. I just need to air out some shit with somebody. And everyone here has their heads so far up their nooks, I want to scream. Louder than I usually do. They're troll nooks and human nooks, whatever the hell a human nook is. You know?
And then we come.
Hey, are you there?
Arrow.
Fuck! Oh, hey, I can't. I just cannot fucking believe I have to go through all this bullshit again with you/me. What the fuck made me think this would be a good idea? Dude, what's with the text? Why don't you tell me? I just have this incredible premonition you're about to anyway.
And then it just goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Rip your voice and rip our ears.
No, it's. I mean, most of that is me like purposefully making my voice sound tired. It's not quite as tired as it sounds. But
well,
boy, is it getting there.
You were peaking a lot.
Oh yeah, that too. That's just Carcat.
I'm legit looking up microphones.
Yeah, even in like the calm, like.
You know, I was just too close to my mic for that one. That's on me.
Yeah.
So.
I found a decent microphone for you for like $67. Give me your address after we're done. I'm gonna fucking buy it for you. I'm not even joking.
You're a wonderful person.
I am buying you a new microphone after that.
Happy Christmas.
Thank you.
Merry Chrysler.
Alrighty.
Arrow.
Arrow?
Yeah. And bloop. Arrow.
Hey.
Sup. Arrow.
Anyone seen Terezi around?
No. Why?
We were gonna do a thing, but she's not around and not answering my messages on any one of the probably 10,000 computers lying around that they would show up on.
A thing.
Yes, a thing.
I see.
Shut up. What about you? Have you seen her?
No. Have you seen Gamzee?
Are you serious? Of course not. I haven't seen that guy at all since the first day we got here. Not once.
Yeah, I know.
Talk about an elusive juggalo. Probably like the shyest fucking juggalo of all time. I'm pretty sure only Carcat's seen him. Don't expect him to rat him out either because of the Mo-rail junk. Moirail? Moirail? Alien words.
I wouldn't expect him to. I wouldn't even ask. It would probably be really bad form to ask him that.
Yeah. I mean, I bet you think you're imparting some really obscure cultural fact about trolls, but really, if a human said to another human, hey man, can you tell me where your best clown friend is hiding so I can go chainsaw him to death? Just FYI, that would probably be bad form too.
Okay.
I don't know. It's been a year already. I think he's really intent on hiding and hanging on to those dead bodies. He's probably scared to death of you at this point anyway. Maybe you should just let it go. Rose, back me up.
I try to stay out of troll interpersonal politics.
Interpersonal? Wait, are you saying this is like a spade quadrant thing? Is she trying to be his kismet fish?
I'm saying no such thing.
Well, if she hates him, isn't that what that means?
Dave, don't be a dick. You're embarrassing her.
No, I'm not. She's cool. Look, she's being cool about it.
I'm being cool about it.
See?
It's not like that. I just want to find him and at least wound him a little.
Yeah. I knew there had to be a perfectly harmless and unerotic explanation.
No, see, I'm explaining this badly. All I'm saying is basically just fuck that guy.
Got it.
This image.
I love Rose's face.
Should I add that as an emote?
Got it.
Sure.
Yes, please.
Not right
Got
now,
it.
though. We're
So-
in middle of a stream.
So, what are you up to in here? What's with all these books?
Research. We're trying to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. You are aware this meteor has many secret rooms scattered throughout, including libraries, right?
Hell yeah. We looted one of them for the Cantown project.
Cantown.
I told you about Cantown, didn't I?
No.
Well, the thing about Cantown, and all there really is to say about Cantown, is it's awesome. The end?
Wow. Oh, what a story.
F you. So, what is the point of this research?
Primarily to gain a more thorough understanding of the situation we'll be entering when we arrive.
I thought you pretty much already knew the situation, since you can see the future.
Oh my god. I've told you. I can't see the future.
Yes, you can. You totally can.
Okay, but not all of it. Only certain relevant pieces. It's a bit frustrating when people make the presumption about you. For instance, you are a Knight of Time. Since you have such mastery over time, does that mean you should know everything about the future too?
No, that's totally dumb. I could know things about the future if I time traveled and found out firsthand. Nobody's mistaken that about me. I'm a time traveler, not a fucking fortune teller. It's simple as shit.
Right. So there are significant limitations on what you can know, governed by certain rules. That's how it is for a seer too.
Okay, whatever.
But I will say that I have been able to use these abilities to assist with research. I can...
Oh, hi, Kepler.
Hey, buddy.
Yep, the good boy has arrived.
I can treat my finite glimpses as an additional source of information.
Let me start.
But I will say that I have been able to use these abilities to assist with research. I can treat my finite glimpses as an additional source of information. If you combine that with the knowledge we've gathered from these texts and things we've learned from our various encounters with the deceased, with a bit of inference and deduction, a more detailed picture is coming into focus.
Nice.
Do you want to hear about it?
No, now?
Yes. Why not? It's been a year. It seems like all we've done on this trip so far is indulge in lavish interior decoration projects and screw around with the mysterious Cantown initiatives, which may or may not be consuming valuable library resources as building materials. We can at least make some effort to squeeze in annual briefings on our objective.
Yeah, that would be pretty legit of us.
I think you'll find that when it comes to striving for a reasonable approximation of legitimacy, we are simply the most barely adequate there is.
Okay, I didn't really catch any of that bullshit because I wasn't listening. I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee and get primed to listen to you saying a lot of stuff like that. Do you want some?
Sure.
Arrow.
Kanaya?
Bang.
No, thank you.
Okay. This fucking thing. Where do you even unearth this piece of shit from?
Arrow. Punk.
Oh. Oh, okay. There it goes. 2 hot, revitalizing cups of shitty coffee, fresh out of the weird pod. Why do we even drink this shit? I guess just because this thing is here, like somehow the temptation is even stronger because the coffee sucks. Don't know how the fuck that works. Wish there was such a thing as apple juice on Troll World. Go for a bottle of AJ. I wonder if there's any booze squirreled away on this meteor. Kind of feels like we should be drinking our asses off here. No adults, nothing to do. That's what you do without adults, right? Get wasted all the time? Wait, what the fuck am I saying? Trolls don't even have adults. Well, they do, but they're all in outer space being insane badasses. I guess they do have those stupid nanny monsters. Did monsters give a shit if they get wasted?
Are you talking to us?
What?
We can't even hear you mumbling over there.
Oh.
How's that coffee coming?
Off the shit is how. All being like in cups and everything.
Be sure Be sure it makes it to the table before it accumulates that strange, innocuous film on the surface. Arrow.
Dave, I know that feeling.
So, what's with the big book you're writing in? Is that more wizard fan fiction?
No, it's something like an extensive journal. I'm recording everything we've been through so far and detailed notes on everything we know about the game. I'm also using it to document our research. Oh, bad time to feel like yawning. I'm also using it to document our research and extrapolate on the new session and players.
So it's like your nigh unreadable game fac in tome form.
Somewhat.
You sure like to write big game guides.
I don't look at it that way. I'm approaching it from a standpoint of responsible historical documentation. Don't you think people in the future will want to know about our story?
I guess.
I think it could be a very helpful resource someday. It could be helpful to other beginners in their own quests.
Chances that seem pretty remote.
I really wouldn't rule it out.
Okay, totally sold on that suddenly, on account of not caring. So tell me about the new session. What is there to know, and most importantly, how is everything going to go wrong this time?
From what I understand, everything already has gone wrong before the game even started, in many different ways than ours did. There are indications of thicker political intrigue, assassination attempts, and an usurpation of the throne more insidious than what we dealt with. But those examples still don't illustrate the fundamental fault with our session. Ours had a similar fault. It was a null session. Literature on the subject always says null sessions are actually very common. It is any session resulting in failure, and as such, designed to result in a failure from the start, due to Skaya's comprehensive knowledge of its own fate and that of all of its Illuminati?
That of all it illumines.
And that of all it illumines. Biologically speaking, it's to be expected that null sessions far outnumber the successful ones. When it comes to reproductive systems, overwhelming redundancy is commonplace. A universe has a reproductive system that spreads many seeds, as it were, most of which never come to fruition. So we shouldn't feel too bad about our results, really. It was just par for the course. But then, it would also seem that exceedingly few null sessions result in the birth of a massive green star fueled by two dead universes, for what it's worth.
Okay, but I thought the whole point of this, the scratch thing, is it gave us a chance to still win. But you're saying the new session has a fault, too?
Well, yes. There's more to it, though. The new session is essentially our session, rebooted with different parameters, which also affected the original conditions of our universe. And strangely, it seems the new one is a null session as well, but within a much less common subset of all null sessions. This one is referred to as a void session. Arrow.
Okay. Which is what?
It's very simply a session in which nothing is prototyped before entry at all. Hence, by Skaya's preemptive all-knowing and its influence on the rest of the Incipiosphere, there are not even any towers on Prospect or Durst built to receive the split kernels. See?
Weird. Why would these alt-universe players fuck up in such an obvious and stupid way?
I don't know what specifically led to the failure to prototype anything, but it doesn't really matter. As I said, the session was designed this way before they began playing. Any efforts to prototype may have been in vain regardless, possibly subject to sabotage.
Didn't you say that at some point that not prototyping anything would be really bad?
Yes, it's just another way to create an infertile session, though by a less catastrophic and bloody route we took to achieve the same result. By contrast, it leads to a rather harmless, uneventful session. Underlings remain unaugmented, and so does the royalty. And while this may sound advantageous to the players, it's a curse in disguise. The lack of prototypings, which keeps adversaries unevolved, has the same influence on the battlefield. Without successive prototypings, the battlefield will never reach its final form, which must be fertilized to grow a new universe. Arrow.
I bet the courtyard droll really loves him some TF2.
Instead, it remains in its most basic form, stuck in an eternal stalemate. There is nothing the players in a void session can do to change this. They are resigned to live out the rest of their days in a dead-end session.
Still waiting to hear how this is in any way an improvement on all the shit we just escaped from.
It's a vast improvement. The new session is a blank slate, without a ridiculously short time limit for victory like ours had. There will be no time limit on it. There will be no time limit at all, in fact. Once we arrive, ostensibly, that is when the nature of the session will change. It won't be classified as either a null or void session anymore. It'll be something which, as far as I can tell, is unique. The fully mature battlefield from our session can be used to make a new viable one. The path to success will be made possible by a combination of efforts and assets from both iterations. Usually, scratch sessions are absolute resets and involve no direct influence from the first attempt at all. I can't find any precedent for a situation.
Wait, Jade has our battlefield, right?
Yes.
So she shows up and drops it in Skya, and then we take the result of all that damn frog breeding we did and stick the thing in there somehow. And we sit back and wait for it to do its huge ribbit or whatever, and we're golden?
Pretty much. As long as there is an actual vacancy in the center of Skya when we get there.
Also, the boy has arrived.
He's
He was like, Father, hold me.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Arrow.
Oh,
Is that... Is that going to be a problem?
Little did she know. Yes, it was.
I don't think so. Even if it were, it would be a trivial obstacle. But as it is, I think the forces opposing these players are clandestinely working towards the same goal as we are. From what I can tell, gestures of antagonism, while certainly posing legitimate danger, have been factored in as critical stepping stones to one destination shared by all parties. I don't know why this is, or what the motives are yet. The appearance is one of clear sailing ahead, but traces of conspiracy are everywhere.
Okay, but conspiracies aside, did it ever really look like clear sailing to you? That's not what I was seeing. We are going to arrive, and then soon after, Jack is going to show up. And then we have to beat him, right? So there kind of is a time limit.
That's my app. Arrow. The furries duel.
Yes, we will have to deal with Jack before all is said and done. And that will definitely be a major challenge. But it is not impossible, at least not by design. When I said there would be no time limit in the session, I was talking about something more specific. There will be no reckoning.
Oh, why not?
It's a logical consequence of any void session. The battlefield never evolves, and therefore the more extensive war between Prospit and Durst never takes shape. It is only when the Prospidian king falls in battle that the reckoning can be initiated by the forces of Durst. The meteors then rush to destroy the battlefield, while Skya redirects them through defense portals for as long as it can. Thus, if there is no war, there is no reckoning, no meteors, and no imminent threat of failure. This, of course, is good news for Earth as well. During the reckoning, Skya redirects all incoming meteors to the only place it can, Earth. So it turns out that the players who initiated a void session are not actually condemning their home planet to an apocalyptic wasteland after they leave. In the new instance of our universe, Earth is just fine. Sort of.
So no meteors came at all. You mean by fucking up and having to scratch, we also sort of saved Earth in the process?
Again, sort of. And it's not to say there were no meteors whatsoever. Just the vast majority of the destructive onslaught never showed up. But delivering the temple to the site of the forge is still integral to jump-starting the session. That meteor, however, could have been propelled through a portal by any means, not just via the reckoning.
I see. Well, what about the players themselves? They had to arrive on meteors too, didn't they? I guess the baby meteors were some exceptions too, right?
Yes, but they weren't flung through portals in their own session, nor will they be created there. They were created in our session and sent back through our portals, just like us. Arrow. To understand what happened, it really helps to understand exactly what a scratch is. When John damaged the Beat Mesa on your planet and sent it off to Skya to release its temporal energy there, you could view it as a kind of request. We're asking Skya to change everything at a fundamental level, and we gave it the energy to do so. But Skya is a very passive entity. It only knows and sees, but it never quite acts. When it is asked to change anything, when it is asked to change everything, there is only so much it has control over. In fact, it has control over exactly one thing: the defense portals. It can decide to send important meteors to different points in time than originally planned, thus creating alternate realities, offshoots of promise rather than futility. And it turns out the most important meteors of all tend to be the ones delivering young players to their planet. So all it has to do is change everything is to tweak their destination times a bit. All internally prompted changes in the post-scratch universes are decided entirely by this modest adjustment to the parameters. It's a very simple concept, actually. Yet the consequences are dramatic. It results not in it results not only in a hard reset for the session, but a partial reset for the universe too, due to the many causal entanglements between a session and its originating universe.
What do you mean tweak the destination times? Where did they get sent to?
A variety of different time periods. The simplest way to look at it is to picture the original destinations of our two groups of 4 octobabies and switch them.
What?
Though this is just a slight oversimplification, while it's roughly true, Skya had some peculiar whims this time. Arrow. What? Alright, so I'm trying to discern what's happening here.
So, pre-scratch, Jake and Jane got sent back to like the early turn of the century.
Okay.
Then Roxy and Dirk got sent back
Shucks,
to like
howdy.
they got sent back to like mid 20th century. Then John, Jade, Rose, and Dave were all sent to
Like the 90s.
just before the new millennium.
Yeah, exactly. So Jake and Jane were sent to basically be grandparents. Dirk and Roxy were sent to be parents, and then the other 4 were sent to all be the same age children.
Oh, I see. This was the original one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And with the
And then post scratch, things get a little fucky.
wait, so
Rose will go into more detail.
oh wow. Oh, this is
Yeah.
very fucky.
Years in the future, but not many.
While most landed in time periods corresponding with the original group, it seems that 2 of the new players arrived 4 centuries ahead of everyone else, for some bizarre reason. But they're still apparently able to communicate with their co-players through, I guess, some Trollian-like technology, and they're still able to establish game connections with the others. So this stands as an odd but not otherwise terribly significant detail.
So, in this alternate universe group of us and them, which ones are the actual players?
I'll give you a hint. It isn't us.
Fuck. Why did I know that was going to be the answer?
And to think that I'm usually the one accused of knowing the future.
I don't know if I'm ready to process the ramifications of this bullshit.
Arrow. You would find it less disconcerting if the players were alternate versions of us.
Man, at least I'm used to dealing with alt Daves. I've been fuck deep in alt Daves before. It's a goddamn delight if you want to know the truth, but I don't even know what to think about.
What? Meeting a deceased figure of authority as a peer.
Let's not even talk about it, okay? Can we slow down this meteor? Delay the meetup? Maybe fight Jack for a little while.
I honestly thought you'd find the idea exciting. I know I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, but your mom was just a nice alcoholic spinster who liked wizards who you complained about for no reason. She wasn't anything like an untouchable master of irony who could replace the meat in your sandwich before it even occurred to you what the fuck you were chewing. Let me ask you this. Did your mom ever wiggle a puppet in your face even once?
Not that I recall, but anecdotes like that just make me more curious to meet him personally.
Fine, well, you can be on bro duty then. I'll be the ambassador to your mom. And no, that wasn't actually meant as the sick burn it sounded like.
She's your mom too, though.
Yeah, I know. I'll be the ambassador to my mom then. That sounds pretty stupid when I say it that way. Whatever. I'll be the fucking one-man welcome wagon for the John and Jane teen old people and also our mom. That's the plan. So when we finally see them, we can get our shit into formation like trained acrobats. Like I'll blow a whistle and we can make a human pyramid. Got it? That way we can totally avoid anything awkward.
You do realize we've seen her already, right?
What? When?
Months ago, in a dream. She was floating in Durst pajamas asleep.
Wait, that was her?
Yes.
Oh. Huh.
You're wondering why I didn't tell you.
No.
You're specifically wondering why I wasn't forthcoming with an answer to your question at the time. Hey, who is that choice babe in the pajamas?
God fucking damn it.
You don't find it nostalgic at all? Retracing the steps of some of our Freudian semi-blunders in conversations past?
No, what a load of shit. Stuff said between you and me before we knew we were related. We both know that was a lot of horseplay bullfuckery between, like, smart-ass 10-year-olds or whatever. You can't seriously have taken any of that seriously. Don't ever do that again. All these fucking mom traps and sister traps. What a joke. I hope Skya gets to have a good laugh over shit like this. Wait, I forgot. Skya doesn't laugh. It just sees and knows. It's like a huge blue perv that's mad jazzed for kid-cest.
What are you people even talking about?
Don't you wink at her. Here's a pro tip. That wink meant Jack Dick. She's just being weird.
I feel as though this conversation has utterly outmaneuvered my constructive involvement. I'm going to go.
Yeah, I'm pretty much ollieing outie too. Got some shit to attend to. After you.
Kepler is being very needy in my lap right now.
Aww.
There was a time I could hold him in one hand. That time is long past.
Why does that always happen?
Everybody out of the goddamn way! I got a lab full of humans, a mouthful of yelling, and a tortured psychological profile full of totally hysterical emotions and unaired grievances at practically everybody.
Please
You're
back off
peeking
from your
so
mic
much.
just a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Ow.
I meant to switch to this one.
Oops.
Practically everybody.
Garcat is broken, guys.
Yeah, hold on. If I can settle down a tick, I should be able to make more sense shortly. Just one.
Maybe you should lie down on the couch.
Fuck. No.
Dude, what is the matter with you?
Wow, okay. That was a pretty terrible entrance. Anyway, where was I?
Arrow.
Dunno, but I was just leaving.
Not so fast, Strider. This heavily concerns you. It concerns you exclusively, in fact. Where do you think you're going?
Just stepping out to do a thing, which is not your business.
Like my inflamed, quaking gall sphincter, it's not. Tell me, are you by any chance going to have some company when you step out to do this thing? notice the two heavily dramatized enclosure talons surrounding that word, which I am scornfully pantomiming with my own two hands.
Oh God.
As presently being demonstrated to you.
Yeah, sure.
Oh? Who would that be, may I ask?
Well, probably the mayor. He's usually down for whatever.
I'm not talking about the fucking mayor, and you fucking know it.
Hey, don't be saying shit about the mayor. The mayor rules. He's like my best fucking friend.
He's not a mayor. He's the mayor of Fuckstick Junction, located smack dab in the middle of pretend-ass nowhere.
He's a mayor, you douche. His thing says mayor.
It says Mayo, and he wrote the R himself. He's at best a Mayo. And you ever heard of a Mayo? It's every bit as imaginary as his identity as an elected official.
No, mayo is like grub sauce, but without grubs.
Who the fuck ever heard of grub sauce without grubs? What's it made of then, genius?
Like, I don't know. It's white and it just sort of exists. You don't ask.
It's made
about
of
mayo. It's not what
eggs.
you do with mayo.
It's even better.
It's made of eggs.
It's basically made of spoiled eggs.
Hell yeah.
It's literally earth grub sauce.
Like I love the idea of him finding out of eating mayo, thinking it's really tasty, and asking what it's made of, and he's told, and it just goes to the blah gif.
You don't ask about mayo. That's not what you do with mayo.
Isn't it funny how quickly your bullshit unravels when someone intelligent actually holds you accountable? You are fucking busted, Strider. You are busted about mayo, and you are busted about Terezi.
You are pathetic. This is what you all stormed in here out of breath? What, did you actually sprint all the way across the meteor to tell me this?
What I do with my legs and how fast I move them is my business, you shit.
Yeah, and what I do with mine is mine. Watch me make them make me leave.
I said stay your ass put. We're talking here.
Dude, don't touch my cape. Huh.
What?
I can't believe I seriously just said, dude, don't touch my cape to somebody and was serious about it.
His irony slipped.
It is a very comfy looking cape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look, I'm nowhere near your precious stupid cape. Just listen. Before you go off to snog Terezi in your idiotic little village of nutrition cylinders, hear me out.
Man, you are so overblowing this.
But I don't think that I am.
Yeah, you are. You have some idea about us or what we're getting up to. So we've done a few things together to pass the time. So what? I don't even think you'd call them dates or anything. What the fuck would even qualify as a date on this gross dark meteor?
Dave, can we just cut the shit? I am not an imbecile. You are both plainly tipping into flush territory, irrespective of environmental factors or whatever lame conditions it is humans believe to be optimal for pursuing a mateship. Anyone can see that. It's the shittiest kept secret on this meteor. Probably even the fucking mayor gets it, and let's face it, he's a little slow. Do you really think you could pull the wool beast material over the eyes of a hardened veteran of romantic studies?
We have one of those?
I have seen thousands of troll romance films, each dealing with topics far more subtle and complex than your pedestrian human mind could ever grasp. And in case you've forgotten, I've already watched hundreds of your more primitive but moderately entertaining romance films. Remember how I downloaded a fuck ton of them after discovering your species? I am a curious man, Dave. You can learn from me. Yeah, I remember.
Wait,
You just
Dave has turned into an alien. No,
you
Dave.
just what? You
I
want
remember.
Oh, dude, be more careful.
Yeah,
You're going
I remember.
to kill me.
I'm sorry.
And this
I
is
don't
why
wanna
I'm
kill
spending
my
about
past
$70
members.
to buy you a new quality microphone. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I remember. Haven't you only watched a bunch of shitty Dane Cook movies on infinite loop since we've left?
You're severely exaggerating, but yes, I have sampled his work.
Dude, you know you're only pretending to be a huge fan of his bullshit to piss me off.
Again, look at how self-absorbed you're being. I happen to think he has a brilliant comedic mind for a human.
Turns out that exact sentence is my one weakness. You win, bro. You got your girl back.
Oh, shut up. I am not here to debate you on the finer points of cinema or to get my girl back. How desperate do you think I am? I'm actually here to do the opposite. I wanted to tell you I'm totally okay with it.
Oh. Okay, then.
But just listen and try to keep an open mind. I know that's hard for you. But here, please take a look at this.
Arrow. What? What? What?
Oh, no. What the hot mess of fresh fuck am I looking at?
It's an Alternian romance novel. Now, look, I'm not vouching for this particular piece of literature. It's actually pretty trashy, and if you're interested, I could recommend much better things to you. It's just, this one illustrates the concept very clearly.
What concept?
Well, it's a pretty typical case of quadrant vacillation as applied to an overlapping group of romantic pairings.
You lost me at quadrant. For future reference, that's the word that always lets me know it's time to check out of a sentence.
Will you pipe down and just hear me out?
And then
it's
he
really
begins
simple.
talking about the quadrants again.
It's really simple. Think of it as being similar to one of your primitive human love triangles. Though this is a quadrangle. Those are much more common in our society and entertainment, and 4 is pretty much the minimum value for love-hate endrangles.
Endrangles? God damn it.
Now, here is what's actually going on with this group of characters. Pay attention. Hey, look at me. Eyes over here. Good. See the two heroes in the middle, partaking in their flushed embrace? Pretty much your typical low-blood red rom pairing. Their dynamic is the grub loaf and tuber paste of the overall arc. But what have we here? There are some nefarious high bloods in the picture, too. This is where it gets interesting. The guy on the left is an old colliginous flame from the male low-blood's past and has re-entered the picture. Again, nothing out of the ordinary. He can continue to court his mate sprint and kismesis without conflict. It's a perfectly amicable arrangement that everyone's totally down with.
What is that huge beefcake troll even doing? Is he grinding against a little dude's shoulder? What is even going on? Why the fuck is he nude?
No questions yet. So then that's all fine. Pretty boilerplate conditions for unfolding rom drama, but there's a twist. The male high blood and low blood start to have flushed feelings for one another, and this results in some red infidelity between the low blood pair. Obviously, this is when the fireworks start going off. The red feelings begin between the low bloods turn to black, and thus begins what is referred to as quadrant vacillation. Meanwhile, the two males are also vacillating between red and black because you don't just let go of a rivalry that easily.
What is going on with the other chick? I'll grab it at the other one down there in the corner.
Yeah, well, it gets even more complicated than that. Probably more needed than needed for the sake of making the point. In the heat of their vacillation during an especially black phase, the low-blood female waxes red for a notorious and especially brutal high-blood female. So they have their thing on the side, but even that starts vacillating, too, because the original pair just keeps spinning like a top. We don't need to get bogged down in the quadrangle dynamic, though, and for our purpose, the fourth party is a distraction.
Our purposes? What the fuck are our purposes?
The thing is, vacillation always adds a lot of drama to everything, but that doesn't mean it can't be viable. It can totally work, and everyone can be reasonable about it. It really just comes down to a matter of sensible scheduling.
You must be out of your fucking mind if you think I want to know where you're going with this.
Dave, please, just read the book, okay? It's all in the book.
You see, what I really want is to have a very open poly relationship.
Also, I moved the
Don't
camera.
steal my fucking lines. We're getting there.
Yeah,
I want to point
I
out
saw-
what Kepin's doing now, where he's kind of on my lap, but he's mostly draped over my shoulder. He does over my arm. He does this all the time.
Aw.
Aww.
He just kind of claims my arm and just lays on it.
You
I'm
belong
not
to
reading
him.
that shit. I'm not reading that shit.
Next page, baby.
Yeah, arrow.
Language.
Wait. Rose.
I'm not reading
Oh,
that
this
shit.
is totally
can't
like
even read your
Roche hears this
troll
and is
language.
just mind.
Why would you think I can read your stupid troll language?
I think you should reconsider. I can translate for you. I'll read the whole damn thing aloud if you want. Seriously, it could really expand your limited human think fan on stuff. There's a lot of here that's applicable to our situation.
There is nothing even slightly applicable about any of that bullshit to our situation.
Don't be dense. Of course there is. Terezi and I have been on the verge of vacillating like this for a long time. It's about time we killed the suspense and just acknowledged it. You and she seem bent on developing something in the flesh quadrant, and like I said, I'm fine with that. If we could just get our shit straightened out, we could be like these vacillating pairs that alternate between red and black, but in a way that's complementary with everyone's patterns.
Oh my god, why is this happening? Why is this happening?
Like, while she and I are black, you and she are red. But then when she and I are red, you and she... I don't know if humans are really capable of black feelings. I guess that's up to you. Maybe you can just, like, sit those periods out. Like, take a break, you know?
You've completely lost it, dude. I can't believe for a fucking second this is reasonable shit to propose, even on Troll World. You just totally snapped.
Snapped like a fucking fox. This makes perfect sense. Like I said, it's just a matter of responsible scheduling. Here, let me show you. I need a paper. Where's some paper?
We're finally getting to it. We're finally getting there.
Derek, I'm sorry if I got quiet. I had to move my mic away for a moment so I could get the cat situated. So it's
You're good.
No problem.
The arm of my microphone has yet again reached out to my face. And yeah, do you see how he's kind of snoozing on my arm? Are you enjoying this chat? Are you enjoying cat cam?
Always.
What are you talking about?
Look, it's perfectly simple. Hang on while I draw the guidelines.
Oh no. No, you are not making another shipping grid, dude.
It's not a shipping grid. It's just some rows and columns for a schedule.
It's a grid. You're drawing a goddamn grid. I'm not letting you draw a grid for this stupid shit.
Come on, look here. These are the days of the week. Then we each have rows for those days, and we can draw a heart or a spade on any given day. That way, we know what's up in advance and avoid unpleasant conflicts.
Put the fucking pen down.
Arrow.
Hey, cut it out. Don't touch me.
Do not draw a shipping grid. Do not do it.
It's not a shipping grid, you obtuse fuck.
This is fucked up. Put it down.
No!
You are not drawing a grid to organize our goddamn dating lives. That is some straight up crackpot motherfucking noise I will not abide.
Fuck you. Let me draw.
Stop drawing the shipping grid.
It is not a shipping grid. This is not shipping, you heinous tool. This is common sense.
You will not draw anything that even remotely resembles a grid.
Arrow.
Do not draw an arrangement of squares or otherwise interlocking polygons.
Let go.
You will not draw a spreadsheet for the purpose of allocating time spent with a mutual girlfriend, you horse's ass. That is exactly the shit I do not want to see.
Look, I just drew a square. Get ready to see a lot more of those.
No, stop. Do not draw any additional squares. Do not draw any quadrilaterals or trapezoids or rectangles or fucking endrangles, and especially as fuck not any goddamn rhombuses. I want to see your lines making any right angles. Do you understand?
In my mind's eye, I'm picturing a beautiful lattice of lines and compartments, interlocking with sublime precision at 90-degree angles. I imagine this modular reticulation as an elegant vessel, if you will, for the grand synthesis of our shared shipping dreams.
No, that is the perfect example of what you shouldn't be drawing.
Yes!
No.
Fuck yes! Ooh, look, another square, sort of. Kind of wobbly, it'll have to do.
No, you fuck.
Wait, I think it's coming. Here it comes, my first ship. It's going in the square.
Put the goddamn pen down, you piece of shit.
Hell no!
Yes.
What is your problem? Ow! Fuck!
Arrow.
This is so sick. Does she even know you're doing this?
Doing what?
Splitting up her time in a grid for your stupid rotating hate date plan.
She will soon enough.
What a presumptuous sack of shit. Put the pen down.
No, I'm drawing.
Step away from your dumb, ugly scribble grid.
Get lost.
You're messing up Rose's book.
You smell bad.
Don't talk to me about rank smells. You are the fucking big man of smelling bad. You dominate the paint with your stonk.
My Losis brought home things that smelled more appealing than you. Important fact, 100% of what he brought home was either a dead animal or literal feces.
Oh yeah? Well, check it out. You smell like if someone took a dump on a butt.
Burn.
How can she even stand you with her sensitive nose? Have you even ever washed that ridiculous outfit?
They're magic fucking pajamas. They stay like permaclean or something. They're enchanted and comfy as fuck. Give me the pen.
No, it's mine now. I'm keeping it on principle.
Arrow. Oh, look, they managed a penis.
Carcat, whoa, man, what are you doing? Why are you drawing all these human dicks? How do you even know what they look like? What have you been watching?
I'm not drawing those. You're making me draw them. Stop that.
No way. This book is now like our fight-fueled Ouija board of cock.
Stop. Don't, no, fuck. Okay, no, you drew that one. You drew that one. Don't pretend you didn't.
Are you sure, man? That's the spooky thing about penis Ouija. You can never be too sure who did the dicks. Was it you or me or maybe a ghost?
Fuck, let go of me.
Give me the pen.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Fine, take it.
No.
What?
We're still drawing.
Let go.
Are you kidding me? This is a fucking masterpiece. We have to see this through.
I'm trying to let go of the stupid pen, but you won't let me.
We are in the shit now. We are motherfucking entrenched in this bitch.
You crazy fuck.
Run out of room. Rose, can you turn the page for us?
Oh, I see what you guys meant about it's time.
Yeah.
It's time for penis Ouija.
Arrow. Yeah, he arrowed.
This altercation is becoming uncomfortably physical. Get the fuck away from me.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
Shut up and draw another penis.
You don't even understand the social implications of all this hostile touching and grabbing, do you? I don't feel that way about you, Strider. Just step off.
Arrow.
Man, if you want to look at this that way, then that's your business. This is just an old-fashioned beatdown where I'm from. Deal with it.
Why you old-fashioned go fuck yourself?
Stop biting my cape.
Fuck you.
An old-fashioned beatdown is penis Ouija. Arrow.
Shit.
Arrow. Arrow.
Are you serious? Dude, unreal. You're like a cape magnet.
I have to get... Alright, legit, dude, part of the reason why I want to get you a better mic is I think you have legit chops as a voice actor. Arrow.
Hold still.
Arrow.
Hup.
Arrow.
Booyah!
Ow! Dude!
Booyah.
I just wanted you to feel the pain that Carcat felt.
I don't want to feel anything that Carcat feels.
Arrow.
Everybody, stop what you're doing immediately. Whatever it might be, another dream bubble is approaching rapidly. Everyone, man your stations. By which I mean go about your business as usual, I guess. Unless you want to meet me up here and check it out. Over.
Arrow. Arrow. Ghostbusters 2. MMO. Dude, I would fucking love that.
Right? I know you would.
Dude, I would role play like fucking crazy in that.
Bill Murray everywhere.
John, I really think we are scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
No way! This game rules! I just never gave it much playing time before because, well, I guess I always had better things to do.
That's sort of my point. Where did you even get this?
Years ago, I found it in the store on the bargain rack. It was only $1. Isn't that awesome? Arrow. Oh my god.
Knack, 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 knack. Glub, glub, glub. I don't understand anything. It's sex location.
I don't really think this is my kind of game, but I will play with you because it is technically your birthday.
Yes! You won't be disappointed.
How many people did you get to play this?
I don't know. I only showed it to a few people, but I guess hundreds are playing it now? Nobody is very good at it, though. I keep trying to tell the salamanders and chess guys not to cross the streams, but they keep crossing the streams. Just between you and me, I think a lot of them aren't very bright.
Why can't you cross the streams?
Jade, please. It is just something you can't do when you're a Ghostbuster. Because it spells big trouble. Everybody knows this. Arrow. You should hurry up and make a character already so we can get started.
I'm working on it. There's so many options. What kind of Ghostbuster should I make?
Just any old Ghostbuster. As long as it looks awesome and like he means business. I will begin organizing our squad.
What do you have to do?
Well, first we need to buy an old abandoned fire station used as a headquarters. Luckily, half the city is composed of abandoned fire stations that are for sale. This game is actually really stupid in a lot of ways, now that I think about it.
No.
Hey, shut up. I take it back. It's great in every way.
Sure, John. Whatever you say.
Okay, now we have to find us a mission. Gotta hire a sassy secretary. Just have to pursue this extensive palette of sarcastic redheaded ladies. Oh, okay, here's a good one. Then we wait for a phone call. This can take anywhere from 10 seconds to several hours.
Are you serious?
But that's fine. There's a lot to do in the station to kill time. Like talk to Slimer and get slimed by Slimer. Okay, I guess that's pretty much all there is to do.
What about that fire pole? Can't you go down the fire pole?
The fire pole is strictly decorative. Are you almost finished making your character?
Yeah, I think I'm done. I'm pretty happy with them.
Arrow. Jade, that is absolutely the greatest Ghostbuster I've ever seen. Shut up, John.
Fix it. Fix the text. You write Homestuck.
That is absolutely the shittiest Ghostbuster I've ever seen. I'm in denial.
No way.
Yes, it is so yes way.
He's adorable. What are you even talking about?
I'm trying to figure out where they got this, I think this is from the Xbox Ghostbuster game.
I don't know.
Jade, I thought you were going to take this game seriously. That is not a serious Ghostbuster. No ghost could possibly fear that thing.
I don't want ghosts to be afraid of him. I want to make friends with some ghosts, if at all possible.
It is not possible. Ghosts are known to be cruel and mischievous. They will not want to befriend your Foxman. They will only want to cover him in slime and then fly away. I really think you should consider redesigning him.
Nope, I'm keeping him.
Okay, well, if you want to turn our squad into a fucking joke, then that is your business.
Shut up or I'll give him a pink jumpsuit.
Do it! No. But seriously, those head swap options are for such noobs. I feel like it's only fair to warn you.
I think I will manage to survive the embarrassment in front of a bunch of salamanders and crocodiles.
Okay, fine. You get a pass, but only because you yourself are a furry.
Thank you.
What?
Nothing.
Is someone messaging you through the game? Who is it? Damn it, Jade.
It's Dave Sprite. He's playing too.
Oh, don't tell him any of our strategies. He is the enemy.
We have strategies?
Okay, first tell him we have strategies and don't tell him them. Oh god, what is it now?
Did you know Dave Sprite is a funny guy?
He's alright, I guess. I get most of his jokes a passing grade. Sometimes it's a highs of solid B+.
I just told him you said that.
That's fine. He and I keep no secrets.
Dave Sprite said to tell you you're basically welcome for being born 14 years ago and 1 year ago, you ungrateful douche.
Oh, like him taking credit for my existence isn't so old by now? Hey, Jade, why do you still call him Dave Sprite?
Because he is Dave Sprite?
I just call him Dave. Isn't that easier? I mean, he is Dave after all, right?
Well, yeah, but he's kind of different from Dave.
He is so not different. Dude is just a magical orange Dave with wings, and also says "call" sometimes.
I know, but there are other differences.
Arrow. Get Bill Cosby off your head, you fool!
Yeah.
Like what?
It's hard to explain. Just some slight differences in personality, I guess.
He still raps sometimes.
Yes, so?
I just thought I would mention that.
Okay, I will admit I can't really tell if his rapping style has changed.
Trust me, it hasn't.
I don't know if the differences are because he is a sprite or because he lived for a while in a different timeline.
Well, weren't you a sprite before? How did you feel then?
I wasn't a sprite! My dead dream self was a sprite, and then I kind of merged with her because when I became a god tier.
Oh, right. So, half of you was a sprite?
I guess? It's more like I'm still the me I always was, but inherited some of her memories. But they're pretty vague.
Do you remember what it was like being Jade Sprite?
I remember being dead for a long time, and making friends, mostly trolls.
Oh, really? Which ones?
None that we know of now, that I can remember at least. They feel like such distant memories, like they were barely real.
I have to admit, I am a little disappointed in the dream bubble thing. By the way you were describing it, I really thought we would dream about them on this trip more often.
Yeah, me too. Maybe it's something about this place we're traveling through?
I don't know. When was the
When was
last
the
time
last-
you... Oh, that's you.
When was the last time you visited one in your sleep?
Oh, also, hi, Lemon.
Hey,
Man, that was weeks ago, I think.
yeah.
And then, when I do dream about them, it's just kind of weird. Either I'm alone in my own memory, talking to figments of my imagination, or I dream about someone we know, like a troll we've talked to, and I get excited. But then it turns out they don't know who I am. It's like a version of them that died before they ever knew us, and it's kind of awkward.
Yep.
And I still haven't seen Dave or Rose at all. Arrow. Yeah, yep. Have you?
Nope.
I'm starting to think it's not going to happen. I wonder if we're...
So, by the way, this angle means they did have access to the actual 3D model of that fox head, wherever it's from.
I'm starting to think that it's not going to happen. I wonder if we're not sleeping at the same times?
I don't think that's it. For one thing, considering where we are, I don't think there's such a thing as the right time for us. The same time for us.
That's true. Do you think the afterlife is just Do you think the afterlife is just fucking with us, Jade?
Maybe, but it's probably more like the way it used to be with the clouds in Skya. They didn't always show you things, but when they did, they were selective about what they would let you see. Like, they would make sure you saw whatever you needed to see to make sure things would go the right way. I always thought I knew so much, but in retrospect, they gave me only a tiny glimpse of the big picture.
That is so infuriating.
I guess. It never felt that way at all when I was looking up at the clouds, though. It never felt that way when all I was doing was looking up at some clouds. I was happy to see whatever was there, but I guess it's different in a situation like this. When you miss your friends and you kind of wish the dream bubbles would play along.
Yeah, oh well. I guess it's only 2 more years. Arrow.
We flying Ecto ones.
What do you think they'll be like by then? Do you think Carcat will have driven them all insane?
Probably.
Or maybe they will all be better friends with each other than they are with us.
Well, look at it this way. By the end of our trip, will you be better friends with a bunch of salamanders than you are with Rose and Dave?
I don't know. There are some pretty charming salamanders on this ship.
That is true.
But you know what I mean. Things have been things have a way of changing. Like, have you thought at all about what it's going to be like when you see Dave again? I mean, after the way things are going with you and Dave Sprite?
What do you mean, the way things are going?
Jade, please.
What?
Ugh. You are not fooling anyone with your coy shenanigans.
What has he been telling you?
Nothing. Do you really think he would talk about any of that with me? They're just some obvious conclusions a guy is going to make with this stuff.
Well, I guess I don't know what's going on with that.
Huh.
I really don't.
All right, that's fair enough,
What do you think he would think about that?
Huh.
The other Dave. I mean, hypothetically.
So you have thought about it?
I'm only wondering because you brought it up.
Yes, I did.
Then what do you think?
I have no idea. We probably, we would probably never find out one way or the other regardless.
Maybe. Well, what about you, John?
What about me even, Arrow?
Remember how you told me how Karkat kept sort of trying to set you up with Rose?
Yeah?
You told me this on more than one occasion, if I recall.
What's your point?
Well, I've kind of wondered to myself if you kept bringing that up because on some level you wanted that to be true.
Oh man, Jade, listen. At this point, I could not give less of a rat's ass about romancy stuff. I would rather just play some games, chill out for several years on this magical flying boat. Is that too much to ask?
Not at all. That is perfectly fine.
When I catch up with our buddies, I'm sure I will give Rose a nice, friendly hug.
Aww.
Whereas I will offer Dave a tremendous bro embrace and shove Karkat down a flight of friendship stairs. But that is it. I-T. Period. It's all very complicated and bothersome, Jade.
What?
You know, matters of the heart. Okay, you may laugh at my choice of words, but it is true. It's really befuddling and distracting when you're on a major quest to make universes out of frogs. Who even needs it?
I guess you have a point.
Like, you remember the troll girl who was sort of into me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, that seemed like a pretty big deal at the time. It really seemed like she liked me, but also she was probably insane? Like, I mean in a trollish, murderous sort of way.
Yikes.
But craziness notwithstanding, I didn't really know what to think. I guess I thought she was cool at the time. I was honestly kind of flummoxed by it. But the point is, when all was said and done, that was just some stuff that happened over one day, which was a whole year ago already. One day, a single day, within 24 hours. I barely even remember what we talked about by the time we met up. She probably won't even give a shit about me at all. Which, let's face it, is probably for the best. Oh yeah, which one, Egbert? I think we make things more meaningful in our head when they're happening than they really are. Like, realistically, there were probably a lot of things that went on that day which didn't mean that much. Like, remember how you said you thought Karkat was getting this silly, angry crush on you?
That was just my hunch.
Yeah. I mean, do you really think after 3 years he's still gonna have the rage hots for you?
I sincerely doubt it. At least, I hope not.
I don't think he is that crazy. Anyway, my point is, I don't think even he's that crazy. Anyway, my point is, who even cares about all that? Romance and dating are dumb and boring. I'm 16. We are legendary heroes.
14.
Whatever. 15, yeah. We are legendary heroes, and we have bigger fish to fry. Like, that smug fat ass over there on the horizon, he sure looks pleased with himself. Just look at him. He thinks he is the undisputed king of that mountain or something.
That is so outrageous.
Follow me so we can seize the high ground against this hideously ocean-dwelling marshmallow man and steal all of his treasure.
After you.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man Aquatic Edition. Arrow. Ginger.
Yeah, I'm actually in this one. Okay.
Ahem.
Jaspers. Holy shit, another cake? But there are all these others we haven't touched.
Nana is really making up a storm today. Jaspers, what are you doing?
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Jaspers, no. It's fine if you want to sing me a birthday song, but for the love of God, don't meow it. You're going to rile her up.
Meow, 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 John.
No, Jade, come on, please, settle down.
I can't help it. Damn it! I'm not mad at him, I swear. Meow, 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 meow. Woof!
Oh my God. Arrow. Damn furries. Arrow. Bloosh. Arrow. 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 Oh my God, it's a foot. Arrow. Ah, foot. Arrow. Ah, it's all over me. Arrow. Foot. Arrow. 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 What? Recursive dream? What? Arrow?
Hey, you, God-tier boy. What are you doing there, blue boy? Hey, I'm talking to you.
Arrow.
Yes, you, the dork in the pajamas. Okay, the other dork in the pajamas. Y'all a pajama party up in here today.
Hi. Which troll are you?
Which troll am I? I'm the best troll, dummy. Now get away from her. She's mine. I've been hunting her for a whale now.
For a whale? What does that mean?
It's a fish pun. Saying fish puns is obviously kind of this thing I do, stupid. Get with the program.
Oh, right. I thought it sounded kind of fishy.
Oh, that's a good one. Not. Now beat it.
You must be the sea troll I heard. You must be the sea troll. I heard about you, but I'm pretty sure I never talked. Would you have, by any chance, seen Briscoe around or Carcat?
Who the fuck are they?
Arrow. Your troll friends?
Were no friends of mine if I never heard of them. Do you see this golden pointy deal here?
Yes.
I was gonna use it to poke some holes in that girl there and see what happens. So clam's great.
Oh? No. Why would you do that?
For the halibut.
What?
Halibut. Okay, that one wasn't that awesome. I thought I told you the clam's great.
I'm not sure what clamscray means either. You mean go away?
Holy mother glubbin' mackerel, you are a fucking idiot. Well, if you're not gonna go, maybe you can at least tell me something.
What?
This is the afterlife, isn't it? Which means I'm dead, right?
Arrow. Yes, well, it's a dream bubble, so yeah, you're probably a ghost.
I knew it! Yes!
You're excited to be dead?
Excited, Now that you mention it, yes, I'm pretty flippin' excited.
Why?
Because it means my plan worked.
Arrow. What plan?
Why would I tell a hornless dork like you something like that?
I don't know. I'm just curious about your spooky ghost plan is all.
I'm curious about why a couple of freaks like you was sent to welcome me to hell. What are you, demons or something? Pretty lame demons if you ask me. Way too friendly and stupid.
No, we're humans, by which I mean aliens, I guess.
So, like, you dead aliens, huh? Who ever heard of an alien ghost?
I know, right? That's what I think sometimes. It's strange. It's a strange combination of sci-fi things. Like alien stuff is all about science, right? At least that's how it is in the movies. Aliens love science, but then ghosts have nothing to do with science. They belong in supernatural realms, which would have way more to do with religion, I guess, or about a lot of hocus pocus and superstition, maybe even magic. Science rarely enters the equation unless it's something awesome like Ghostbusters, which means ghosts and stuff all about science, even though the ghost science is probably a bunch of total nonsense. I guess Contact mixes aliens and ghosts because Jodie Foster saw her ghost dad in outer space, but then that was probably just a science projection from an alien to make her feel less sad about her dead dad and not a real ghost or anything. I guess the lesson is that science and aliens teach us that ghosts and religion are fake, although it turns out ghosts and aliens are actually real, so maybe science and religion have been lying to us all along? I don't know.
Nerd.
Yeah, sorry.
So the girl, she like your mate's Brit or something?
What? No, I don't even know her. I kind of thought you knew who she was?
I don't know who she is, but I know what she is. She's done.
Huh?
Ever do any baking, nerd?
Yeah, a little.
Then you know exactly what you do with something that's done. You stick a fork in it.
Arrow.
See?
Arrow.
See?
Ah! No!
Better think fast, suckerfish.
Susie Mystery Girl, look out! Arrow. Vump.
Oh, is that John?
Yeah, I think it is.
What the hell's going on?
Oh shit! John, watch out!
Oh, once again.
Looks like he's still an idiot.
Arrow. 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 Where are we? Arrow.
Dream bubble.
Arrow. Wah. Arrow. Arrow. Sad face arrow. Arrow.
Man, fuck this. It's a real pain in the ass typing out long, victorious laughs with only one hand, you know? Gonna have to patch this thing up somehow. Maybe I'll pay a visit to my neighbor a little later. Getting my arm fixed nearly ought to be worth enduring the stench. Ah, yeah, sick burn from out of nowhere. Take that, Sahawk. Neighbor. I can't believe I only thought of that now. I bet he'll get a kick out of that. I bet you even more he won't laugh, though. What a boring piece of shit. Yeah, I know you would think it's funny, though, right, Terezi? Man, I sure am glad this little feud of ours is basically over. We're totally even. Now we can just go back to being friends, and things will be great. You won't believe this, but it only occurred to me now that you won't even be able to read this. Even if you do somehow manage to stumble back to your hive, you're blind now. Whoops. It would be a real shame if we couldn't bury the hatchet and be great friends again because of a stupid bullshit reason like that.
Arrow.
Oh, I know. Maybe I'll mind jack some random chump and send him to your hive so he can read my messages for you out loud. What a perfect solution. He can be your assisted living slave. I would have had the perfect candidate all lined up, but he recently lost the use of his legs, unfortunately. Oh well, I'll just roll with the punches like I always do and find someone else. Just say the word and I'll make him do whatever you want. Read my awesome notes to you, hang some more plush dragons from your tree, pre-chew your food. Well, maybe not pre-chew it since I didn't exactly knock your teeth out, did I? Maybe more like pre-look at your food to make sure there are bugs in it. See, isn't it great that when we're helping each other out instead of maiming each other repeatedly? This is how it should be between Scourge sisters. All the maimings and backstabbing should be saved for the friends and foes who get in our way, don't you think? Hey, what do you want to do for our next campaign, by the way? We can take the next one easy. I'll try to think of something better suited to your new disability. I mean, I've already pretty much nixed everything involving stairs because of Tavros, lol. Ain't no one can say I'm not willing to meet people halfway. Whew, I'm losing a lot of blood here. Good thing I seem to have a ton of the stuff. We high bloods are made of some pretty tough shit. What a fucking mess, though. Not really looking forward to cleaning this up. I've gotta say, your prank was pretty good. Still not sure how you pulled it off. Pretty convenient, though. It's too bad you're not going to get to read this for a while, if ever. We could be bonding over the great pranks we just pulled on each other. Oh well, guess I'll take off before I drop dead like some kind of loser and you never get to hear from me again. See you around, sis. Wow. I can't believe I almost forgot what a completely crazy bitch you were. Hey now, what kind of attitude is that to bring into this memory? Oh, yeah, sorry. Easy there. No need to waste good remorse on such a trivial exchange. I'm only reminding you that if you bring too much baggage from the past into the memory, it is doubtful your experience will be either therapeutic or cathartic. What? You were the one who invoked this memory, after all. Isn't that why you were here? Is it not what you have been hoping for and fretting you may find since your journey began? A chance to say you are sorry? Vriska, you sound really different. What happened to you out here? Sorry for the ruse. Though it isn't as far from the truth as it possibly could be, I am not who you think I am. I of course needed to visit you through a memory, and interestingly, this is the one you gave me. No ill will or upsetting hijinks were intended. Who are you?
Hero.
By the way, who wants to be her?
Let's think on. I'm kind of getting a little lightheaded because I haven't eaten much of anything today except a few Oreo cookies. So I'm gonna make myself a mango lassi. So everyone, let's
Break
take a 15-minute break.
Okay.
Sure, 15-minute break. I'm done with that.
All right. BRB.
Oh, and it's right on an hour too, so it'll be easy to know when to come back.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
BRB. All right, chat. We are back. We are hydrated. We are fed. And we are live. I mean, we were live before, but we're still live. We're all still here.
You are allergic to hitting that start stream button without yelling the word live.
I mean, starting the stream in general. Like, I have to say we are live. It's my thing.
Because ham.
Yeah. So I got my mango lassi. This whole thing inside this very well worn Bubba Grump glass.
Bubba Gump?
Yeah, Bubba Gump. Sorry, not Bubba Grump.
I had a brown sugar and boba popsicle. That was exciting.
I have water.
You have water? Oh my god!
Hell yeah.
Man, that's not gonna age well.
I have lozenges.
After our planet becomes a sludge-filled nightmare, you know, being freaked out and somebody has water is not gonna age well.
Yeah. Alright.
So who is this?
Rainia.
Okay, and
I am your friend's ancestor. In fact, I am yours too, in a way.
really?
Yes, though not quite how you are picturing. She had an ancestor whom she was aware of, and technically that is who I am. That is to say, she is who I would have become on your world had I arrived in her place. Alas, I did not. She was a figure in your history who preceded you by thousands of solar sweeps, whereas I preceded your entire civilization by billions.
I don't get it.
I get it, Arrow.
That's okay. There's plenty of time to sort it all out. I've been keeping an eye on you all for quite a while. Your whole planet, actually. It was very interesting this time around, to say the least. It even had a different name, Alternia. How heavy-handed can you get? The man responsible was a bit of a wise guy. He rewrote everything. He had a knack for overzealous storytelling, which is a harmless enough habit usually. I'm guilty of it myself sometimes. But it is not so harmless when the perpetrator is omniscient and omnipotent.
Omniscient? You mean Mr. Milkshake?
That's right. But he's dead now, and his story is over. The book on our universe is closed, both for my instance and yours. This being the case, I thought it was the right time to introduce myself. The combined work of my group and yours is unfinished, and the outcome has not been assured. The true ultimate reward has yet to be achieved. No safe haven has been created that is free from the devastation caused by Mr. Milkshake's grand deception. Our race still teeters on extinction. The members of your party, and one noteworthy fugitive, are the sole survivors. We must work together to create that haven and restore our race so that the sacrifices we all made will not be in vain. But in order to repair the unthinkable damage that has been done, we need to allow ourselves the chance to heal first. Old wounds, old regrets, they will serve no purpose on the rest of your journey.
Regrets? Are you talking about me and Vriska?
Sure, you have to start somewhere.
Do you know where she is?
Not at the moment. But the more time you spend here, the more likely it is you will find whomever you are looking for. On the other hand, if it is the unknowable will of the gods, you may dance around each other indefinitely as you pass through this space. It is hard to say.
Oh, okay then. I'm not sure whether to be relieved or frustrated by that.
Well, if she had been dwelling in this bubble like you thought, what would you want to say to her? Surely you would not have just argued about the past.
No, I still don't know what I would say to her.
Then, what would you say to me?
That Vriska was a terrible person. Arrow.
And so am I.
I would say, even though she did some bad things and was totally impossible most of the time, I wish she wasn't dead. Is it weird to miss somebody who did nothing but cause problems?
No, I can empathize. She was a serious troublemaker in your party. Many player groups have to deal with those. I feel as though we had one of the worst cases in our party, but when all was said and done, she was still our friend.
I keep wondering if there was another way, something other than letting her go or killing her. I tried to remember what I saw when I looked into the vortices of possibility, and I just can't remember anything besides those options. Even if those other choices would have resulted in death for everyone. Was that really all I was capable of? Either losing the nerve to go through with it or stabbing her in the back and nothing else?
At that moment, perhaps. You know very well the channels of possibility at that exact juncture resulted from her decision paths as well as yours. But even so, when it comes to your key decisions, the possibilities are probably fewer and more discrete than you have presumed. Otherwise, you would not see results consolidated into those vortices, would you? Possibility would resemble an enormous hazy field of infinitely subtle variations and micro-choices. Imagine if at that moment you truly were capable of anything, no matter how outlandish, absurd, or patently fruitless. How would this vast amount of information present itself to you through your senses? What difference would it make in your final decision if all other tributaries of whim spilled into the same decaying future? And what would this make of your agency as a hero meant to learn and grow? Look at it this way. Imagine that over the course of someone's life, they are truly capable of every conceivable action at any moment, and did indeed take each of those actions in different branching realities. Doesn't a scenario like that deaden a person's agency just as much as one where their fate is decidedly etched into stone as a single path of unavoidable decisions? Who exactly is that person who can and does take all conceivable actions other than someone perfectly generic, who only appears to have unique predilections and motives when you examine the arbitrary path they happen to occupy?
Mary Sue. No, sorry.
I don't know.
Pardon the esoteric tangent. These are my instincts as a hero of light kicking in. It's hard for us to resist prattling on about matters like this.
Oh god, like Rose. Yeah, she never shouts out about it. No offense.
You may seek to understand your decisions and look for justice in their consequences. You may wonder why honorable choices from the innocent are punished by banishment to a timeline in which everyone dies and all is gradually dissolved. It helps to understand your role, not just as a hero who must overcome, but as a single capillary within a much larger bioexistential system. Think of it like circulatory system. No word "the" there is only the vague concept of circulatory system, where the veins and capillaries that do not help the overall flow of blood through the system are likely to wither and die. Those are doomed offshoots. Reality itself is using you and many others to propagate its own existence. Strictly speaking, there is only one path to its successful propagation, but it still permits you to make choices. Not all that are conceivable, but some nevertheless, as dictated by who you are and the challenges you face. And you are free to make key decisions however you like, as long as you understand that some of these paths, unfairly or not, will lead to oblivion. Because those choices do not contribute constructively to the perpetuation of all existence, including your own. Such is the burden assumed by anyone who plays this game.
Arrow, I am confused again.
Yeah, I guess I understood some of that, but never quite put it all together that way. I don't think I was a great seer of mind.
Well, you aren't finished being one, are you?
Meh, I don't think of myself that way anymore. I used to feel like some pretty hot shit, directing battle traffic against the king and all flipping coins in people's faces and stuff. It seems silly now. I don't think I ever knew what I was doing. When I confronted her and it was time to make up my mind, I thought I had it all figured out. Like, this was what I had to do. Not just to save everybody, but as some stupid rite of passage or something. Then it came time to do it, and it was all happening so fast. I forced my own hand. I could either let everyone die in one reality or kill a friend in another. And I tell myself those were the only two vortices I saw. But then I was the one who made the series of decisions which led up to that choice and completely painted the options into that corner. Anyway, I just wish I could tell her that.
Which one would you tell that to?
Huh?
The one who fought with Noir or the one who didn't?
Arrow.
Oh, I mean, I guess either? but I was thinking more about the one whose death I'm actually responsible for.
Ah, well, this could either be my experience as an ancient ghost talking, or the perspective I am naturally given to as a light player, but aren't you equally responsible for both?
I guess.
I can see why you would feel more responsibility for one than the other. My perspective is informed by my class and aspect. It was to my advantage as a healer to see things a little differently, to find equanimity across many different outcomes.
Oh?
There's more to the realization of our roles than gaining flashy powers, and there's more to healing than repairing battle damage. You killed a friend, and you understandably feel regret, but it's done. She is gone, and you are still here. Now what?
Arrow.
You could look for absolution through rationalization. Everyone would have died if you didn't take action, so why trouble yourself with guilty emotion? But there is no real healing power in believing that, and I don't think it's what you wanted to tell yourself anyway, is it?
Not really.
Or what about through renunciation of responsibility? If you were just a tool used by reality to perpetuate itself, where is the blame? But that would be another empty idea that has no power to heal.
Yeah, I've tried rationalizing stuff that way. It doesn't really help.
You've been led to believe such acts of violence are natural for your kind, and that if you're upset by the consequences, then something is wrong with you. But it isn't as natural as you might think. That conditioning was a part of Milkshake's long con. Violence was respected and celebrated on your world, but remorse was rarely felt and pain could never heal due to such empty justifications. We died out a wounded race and you are all that's left. The process of healing first involves sifting through what it isn't, which happens to be almost everything your troubled mind has to offer.
Then what do I do? What's the answer?
There isn't one.
I imagine like a close up of her looking to Terezi with like a troll face.
It takes time and is only accelerated by looking at things honestly. This is what I did as a sylph of light, helped people see things. I could even perform the feat literally if you wanted.
Whoa, what?
It's up to you, of course.
Arrow.
Thanks for asking, but I'd rather just stay this way. Learning to sense things this way was the only connection I ever had with my Lucis before she died. It reminds me of her. That probably sounds dumb, though.
Not at all. That's a very good reason. I thought the polite thing to do was at least offer.
Arrow. The actual reason. I just like licking things.
It's cool that you want to help me heal and all, but I still don't really know anything about you, other than that you seem like some sort of much nicer Vriska. Where were you from again? Alternia before Vanilla Milkshake named it that?
Yes, but in a different universe instance, I often refer to as A1. The shorthand helps avoid confusion, trust me. My group of 12 played the game, but failed. It overwhelmed us. A lot went wrong. The Reckoning destroyed our battlefield well before we had any hope of winning. I sought advice from Echidna, and she told me how to scratch the session to give us another chance. But the chance to do so came with accepting the annihilation of our existing forms. In the new instance, we would lead completely different lives with no memory of what happened. So we did, and created A2, your instance, your world, and your game, in which we were all inexplicably created in the first place. As I said, this time around the world was, interesting.
That's when trolls became terrible?
Not all of you. Some had lessons from the old world to teach others, but few ever heard them.
So in your time, everyone was as nice as you?
Not exactly, but life was pretty mild and uneventful. I'm not even sure if I was especially nice by our standards. Mostly kind of boring. Nobody from my party liked me a whole lot. I think I talked too much and had a habit of bringing conversations back around to myself. Not that it matters anymore, but it was not the best way to make friends.
You really are like a nice Vriska. I don't know. I was friends with her, and she did almost nothing but talk about herself. I'm pretty sure you and I would have been good friends too.
Thanks. It just goes to show, just because your race is peaceful doesn't mean you don't have problems. I used to fantasize about being someone really outgoing and dramatic. Someone who had the confidence to do whatever she wanted, like go on the most outrageous adventures without caring what anyone thought about her. Like someone from a book, you know?
Yes! I used to think about that a lot too.
It turned out I actually got what I wanted after the reset. Unfortunately, it came along with our people's enslavement and near extinction. Not that I really got to live as her exactly, but at least I got a chance to follow her life. And it was a very long life. Being here for ages has its benefits.
Arrow.
Exactly how long have you all been living in dream bubbles? Or, I mean, not living.
It has been a very long time. So long, time has been stripped of the meaning it never really had in the first place. It doesn't really pass in the same way it does when you're alive. Concepts like now and how long are figures of speech used to make communication simpler. I've quit trying to give expression to the elusive temporal properties of this place. It's easier staying conversational. But I will say that being here for so long lends itself to a certain detachment from what you see. Otherwise, monitoring the atrocities stemming from our failure wouldn't be so much fun.
Do you miss your world as much as I do?
Yes, sometimes. But missing it usually invites memories of home to serve as the stage. Not that it's a substitute for the previous reality, but the reminders of home are everywhere.
What about your friends? I guess you still get to hang out with them. I guess you still get to hang out with them all?
Yes, I see them often enough. Except for one, whom I haven't seen at all since before we all died. In fact, she's the only reason we are here in the first place, as opposed to merely ceasing to exist upon the scratch. In life, she was the only one I would have called a close friend in a way. The thing is, nobody liked her much either. We had that in common.
Wow, it's been that long since you saw her?
Remember how I said the gods could keep you dancing around someone you're looking for indefinitely?
Yeah, but billions of sweeps?
Well, billions, yes, in a manner of speaking.
Is she by any chance the troublemaker you were talking about?
That's right. In fact, we are on our way to visit her now.
Oh, so that's where this branch is taking us.
Notice the moon up there? And not the larger green interloper. That one never belonged to my world. It is your memory, not mine.
Yeah, the cute little bubblegum moons. That's where she is?
It's the setting of the memory she entered. From her perspective, she has just arrived there. Your friends should be joining us too before your meteor clears the bubble. Maybe together we can bring the thief of life up to speed.
Arrow, thief of life, what? Arrow, whoa, and now we're inside a ball arrow. And now we're inside a pink gumdrop. Okay, arrow, and now we're and now we're in Tentacle Land. Okay, arrow, and oh, and fight scene. Arrow. 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 Green sun arrow. And we're gonna zoom into that green sun. And Kane.
Kane!
Arrow.
Oh, shit!
Arrow.
How can he be here already? Why did I not see this coming?
Arrow.
This dude is... Wait, the dude is always already here. When it comes to being here, already is practically all he ever is. Okay, time to stop babbling and think. Think imagination. Ugh, the one time I really need you. Oh no, Slick!
Arrow.
Slick! He's come here to finish you off! We've got to hide you somewhere! Now that Rufio is gone, you are my only friend! Oh, you're good company too, human animal butler who may or may not be Arthur. I didn't mean nothing by it. What's that, Slick? Oh yeah, Miss Paint too, of course. That's a little different. Hey, what do you mean, so what's her story? Is she available? No, she is not available. And just what do you mean by that? No, she will not be available soon either.
Arrow.
Hey, get back in bed. I'm trying to save your ass here. Go ahead, stab all you want like your stupid curmudgeonly shankings aren't so totally played out already. Shh. Shh. Oh my god, the footsteps, that horrible peg leg on my hardwood floors. He's coming.
What are those on his cufflinks?
69?
Wait and see.
Arrow.
There's no time to lose. We've got to get you out of here. Also, Riri, I agree. Humanimals stream eventually.
Arrow. 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 Arrow.
Now, if I can just go grab Miss Payne and sneak out the back door before it's too... Oh, are you kidding me? He's already here again? Talk about a one-trick pony. Okay, fine.
Arrow.
We settle this now.
Arrow.
What's that, English? You look nervous. Could it be you weren't expecting me to know your only vulnerability? You have underestimated my omniscience nearly as... Blah. You have underestimated my omniscience almost as badly as I overestimated as a matter of daily routine. Your reign of terror comes to an end here, on this balcony, overlooking an enchanted cliffscape, host to innumerable gorgeous stallions. How ironic that your very demise would be in the proximity of some horses. What? You didn't follow that? Just think it over, think it over.
Arrow.
While you die, shit, oh shit, fuck, shit, fuck, I forgot! What kind of fucking idiot keeps his doodly white magnum loaded with only one tiny cue ball? God damn you, Scratch!
Arrow. Donk.
Haha. Hee hee. Hoo hoo.
Honk.
Arrow. Just assault rifle. Arrow. And arrow.
Okay, that gun looks super doodly, way doodlier than the one I just threw at you, and I am probably screwed. But there's one thing you probably weren't counting on, and that thing is magic being real. God, I hope magic is real.
Arrow.
Please let magic be real. Please let magic be real. Please let magic be real. I believe that magic is real right now. I believe so hard in its reality that it is becoming slightly less fake before our very eyes. I believe its fakeness was just a lie coughed up from a dark magician's spurious asshole. I believe in fairies. I believe dragons aren't bullshit. I believe heartily in the giggles of all the cherubs in heaven and the metric tons of special stardust they consume each day to fuel their laughter. I believe with the conviction of a million frothing zealots in the combined pranks of a billion leprechauns strong, and in the tiny erections they get from playing them. But most of all, I believe in you, Rufio! I believe in you!
Arrow.
Oh, fuck, who am I kidding? Magic is fake as shit.
Arrow.
I failed you, Rufio.
Arrow.
I failed you.
Arrow. And down. Arrow.
And that's what we
Dead.
call death of the author.
Dead. Arrow. Webcam access. Why did it just give Why does it want webcam access?
I'm not sure. I've not seen that before. I'm not seeing that now.
Dota. Horse.
Hans.
Arrow. Nyak, 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 nyak. Arrow.
Well, you marry me?
Wait, isn't Vriska like super underage?
Yes.
Correct response. That was the correct response to that.
That was reading off a script. I wasn't talking to anyone other than Callie.
We're getting a divorce.
Oh no! It's okay. Exit intermission 2 is over. Go back.
Arrow. We've been going for about 2.5 hours. I think this would actually be a good place to stop.
Yeah, probably.
All right. I want to thank everyone. All right. I want to thank everyone for coming out. I want to especially thank.
Actually, just one thing real quick. Just go to the next page.
Okay. Arrow.
Yeah, okay, one more page.
End of year 3. 413.
413 tune.
Yeah, to 4. Oh, I am in my first year. What was I doing then? I think I was getting ready to start at uni. Arrow.
Oh wow. Old.
Yeah.
You're old as
30.
shit, dude.
One more year to go.
Mm. Well,
All right, what did you link me? Oh no, I'm not going. I saw that lemon. I love it, but I don't want to play it on stream because I don't know if the audio would get copyright struck. It's really cute though.
Let me check real quick.
So yeah, I want to thank everyone for coming out. Soup Time, thank you very much for your raid. I doubt you're still here, but thank you. I want to thank everyone for coming out, for watching. We will be doing a stream tomorrow where we are going to be watching the Rhapsody Street Kids.
because happy crisis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, besides that, thank you all for coming out, and have a good night.
We love you.
Goodbye,
Good
everybody.
night.